Maxwell, in his book, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, critically analyzes the very important 21 laws that any leader should aspire to have. The first in the chapter is the law of the lead. He talks about any leader who would want to aspire to be effective, to be able to identify the leadership capacity so as to weigh the effectiveness of that leadership. He gave an example whereby if your leadership score is 8 out of 10, then you can only be as effective as 7 out of 10 and no higher. He gave examples in terms of the real empirical evidence where if the country is in turmoil, you change the president. When the church is floundering, you look for a new pastor, a reverend, a bishop, for example. If a football team is constantly losing in a Premier League, for example, then you change the manager. And sometimes you change some players until you achieve the results. He talks about the challenges in terms of both from public sector perspective and brings in also examples of business perspective. If you look at what is happening in Zimbabwe, where we have high level of unemployment, up to 85%, high level of inflation, the highest inflation in the world, and a mishmash of currencies, the only country in the world with the multiplicity of currencies, all of which don't work within the national boundaries of the country. That is a recipe for disaster. It's very clear that there is leadership void. And why wonders? Maxwell, in his book in 2007, he looks at, first and foremost, for you to be able to solve such an issue or such a crisis, you need to weigh the level of leadership. If we look at our current leadership in Zimbabwe, let's say, for example, out of 10, how would you rate your president out of 10? How would you rate the cabinet out of 10? How would you rate the government's effectiveness in implementing its policies out of 10? If you had to weigh within the 4-year cycle of an election. The aggregate to such a critical analysis and survey will give you a definitive answer as to whether we are going stationary or retrogressing. I'll be coming back with more of the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership and see how we can apply them empirically to our own grounded situation in Zimbabwe. Thank you.